kagit. Kugluktuk is used by my mother and grandparents and their parents before then for heat and to cook the meals and for light. So that was the only source of heat that was used in the old days before we had electricity and lights and furnaces. It's made by hand. In the old days before the tools were brought out, they would probably use other rocks to make it nice and smooth and then to have a place for the wick to be lit. And the wick was collected on the land. You have to collect those beforehand because it's only a short period of time in the summer when the Arctic cotton grows. So you got to make sure you have enough for the winter until the next spring. The seal oil and whale oil was used to oil the Quiliq. When they got the seal and whale oil, it's solid first, and then you pound it until it's oil. My name is Kimnik Klengenberg. I was born at Hivumut. That's about 60 miles south of Kugluktuk, out on the mainland. The rest of my family was born on the ocean. I was the only one born inland. I'm a pretty independent person. I was brought up to be self-sufficient so that I can look after myself out on the land and look after my family and to feed my family and children and grandchildren. So I'm pretty independent. When we went fishing last night, remember when we drove around to look for ice cracks? That's the first thing we look for when we don't have something to make holes in the ice. We look for ice cracks so we can fish. We were hoping to get some ugaks, but Kanayak bit my hook, and it was pretty big, about this big. And Kanayaks are also eaten, just the tail part, because it's very prickly on the head. You know how big the mouth was good. So that was one of the fish that we caught yesterday. We're going to go out and look for seals. Right now they're up on the ice and there's not a lot of places to hide, so we have to look for this to make sure that we look around and see if there's any shadows or if the sun is out. We try to come in from where the sun is shining on the seal, so we're sort of camouflaged with the brightness, and we'll try and get close to the seals. Today we're going to be shooting the seals, so we're going to go seal hunting and hopefully we'll be lucky to see one. You know, it's a beautiful country we live in and we should enjoy it and look after it. I don't like to see children unhappy. The young people, we need to make sure that they know that there's always people like myself or Quiliq and other people in the community who will listen to any questions or issues that young people might be having. You know, there's so many things to be happy about in our lives. Inuit are people out on the land and who have been out on the land for centuries. And I want to keep up that culture, and it's the most enjoyable and most relaxing. And we want to pass on that knowledge to our children and grandchildren. so they too can enjoy their culture out on the land.